Okay, welcome to Foundations and Pre-Calculus Math 10 with Mr. Jones. Today we're going to start the last section of Chapter 6, and this is section 6.6, which is the general form of the equation for a linear relation. So just to review quickly, we have the slope-intercept, and this is y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. We have the slope point form of the equation, where y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And now we're going to add one more type of equation, all talking about the line, and this is the general form. And this is going to be ax plus by plus c equals 0. And a, b, and c are just integers. A is always a positive integer. And this is called the general form of an equation. So, we're going to rewrite an equation in general form. So here we get given the equation in what looks to be point-slope form. And basically we need to play with it algebraically to get it to the ax plus by plus c equals 0. So we have a bunch of help here, and we'll just do as they want us to do and get through. So the first thing they want to do is get rid of this fraction. They put this side in brackets and multiply both sides by 3. So multiply each side by 3. So 3 over 3 reduces to 1. And we have y plus 5, 2 times x minus 4. Then we're going to distribute into each bracket, giving us 3y plus 15 equals 2x minus 2 times 4 is negative 8. Okay, now we want to get everything onto the left side to get just a 0 on the right side. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides and add 8 to both sides. And I still have my 3y plus 15. Lastly, I need to take the 15 and the 8 and combine them to get my c value. So I have 3y minus 2x. And this is 15 plus 8 would be 23. Then I need to reorganize it so the x term is in the front, and I have negative 2x plus 3y plus 23 equals 0. And lastly, I want to multiply each term by negative 1, so the a value is positive. So, negative 1 times both sides. So 0 times negative 1 will give me 0. And this will basically change the sign of each of these. And here's the general form of this equation that we started with here. So quite tricky. So rearrange the terms so the x term was first. So a is 2, b is negative 3, and c is negative 23. Okay, so now let's find the slope. Find the slope of the line with the equation 6x plus 4y minus 5 equals 0. The best way to find the slope is to turn it into one of our other forms, slope-intercept or point-slope, and find the m value. So in this case, I'm going to bring x to the right by subtracting 6 from both sides, 6x, sorry. I want to leave the y on the left side, but I'm going to add 5 to both sides here. And I'll get negative 6x plus 5. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 4. 4 over 4 is just a 1y. Negative 6 over 4x plus 5 over 4. So this is negative 3 halves x plus 5/4. Well, the slope is the m value because we're thinking y equals mx plus b. And so the slope of the line is -3/2. So here I subtracted 6x from both sides. Then I added 5 to each side, divided each term by 4, and then simplified. My slope was -3/2. So here it says when you're given an equation of a line in general form, which is ax plus by plus c equals 0, using the x and y intercepts is the fastest way to graph the line often. So now we're going to find the x and y intercepts of the line 3x minus 4y minus 24 equals 0. And just to remember, the x and y intercepts, if this is our line, the x-intercept goes through the x-axis, and the y-intercept goes through the y-axis. So at this point, the x-intercept, our y value, is equal to 0. So here we put in a 0, and then we solve. So 3x, and it will be, this is 0, so minus 24. We're going to add 24 to both sides. Solve for x, so we'll add 24 to each side, plus 24 here. Divide each term by 3. 24 divided by 3. And this will give us 8. So, this is the point, 8, 0. The x-intercept is 8. To find the y-intercept, that would be this point. Our x value here would be 0. So we put in 0 for x. So we solve for y. We're going to, again, add 24 to both sides. Then I want to divide each term by -4. I want this negative to go away. And this is -6. So this is the point 0, -6. So our line actually seems like it sloped up like that. So we use the intercepts to graph this line. So our intercepts on a grid mark a point at 8 on the x-axis and a point at -6 on the y-axis. So 8 on the x-axis, -6 on the y-axis, and then we'll use a ruler to connect the 2 points. And I still like to label it with my equation in any form that I have. And here we are. Okay, so there's section 6.6, general form. Your assignment is number 1, A and C, 2A, 3A, and number 5. Good luck. Let me know if you need help. And we'll do the chapter review after this.